Am I required to give you ID?
Yes, you are.
What would happen if I don't give it to you?
You're going to jail. Period.
Really?
You don't need to explain anything to me because I literally don't care. This isn't some free will state, man. This is how it is in the state of Mississippi. Sir.
Or what?
You're going to jail.
What
Doesn't matter if you commit a crime or not. You have to identify.
Welcome to Waveland, Mississippi, where a peaceful morning walk turns into a constitutional nightmare. You just heard a sergeant tell a veteran that this isn't a free will state and threaten immediate arrest, regardless of whether a crime was committed. This footage is from the fearless Honor Your Oath Civil Rights Investigations channel. Link in the description. Go show them some love and tell them we sent you. But here is the burning question. When a supervisor goes completely rogue while a rookie officer watches on, who will actually pay the price when they have to answer for this under oath? Buckle up.
How you doing, man? You got some ID on you?
Good morning, gentlemen. God bless our homeless veterans.
Yep, I'm a vet too, man.
All right, cool.
Air Force.
All right.
You got your ID on you?
What for?
Vagrancy.
Vagrancy.
Yes, sir. So, do you have your ID on you?
Am I required to give you ID?
Yes, you are.
What would happen if I don't give it to you?
You're going to jail. Period.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Sir, I'm standing on a public sidewalk engaged in constitutionally protected
Correct.
activity.
Correct. But I'm letting you know you're going to go to jail, no questions asked.
Even if I'm standing on a public
Yes,
sidewalk?
yes. How many times do I got to explain it to you?
So if I don't give you ID, I'm
Yeah,
going to
you're
jail.
going to jail for failure to identify.
Can I just leave?
If you wish to do so, but I need to identify you.
I don't wish to do so. I'd like to stay here and express my...
You're not going to stay here, period.
Stop right there. Did you catch that speed? Within seconds, he weaponizes an archaic vagrancy charge to force ID, treating a citizen like a criminal just for existing in public. This is a direct violation of Brown v. Texas. Officers cannot demand ID without reasonable, articulable suspicion of a specific crime. But if you think this power trip is bad, watch how he justifies trampling the Constitution next.
Yes.
Even though I've explained to you that I'm engaged in constitutionally protected
I don't
activity.
care if you explain it to me or not.
Safeguarded by the First Amendment, which is
Okay.
freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom of assembly on a traditional public forum, the steps of City Hall.
Correct.
I'm not begging for
You got
money.
your ID?
I'm not begging for money.
Okay. You got your ID.
Do I need to show you my ID?
You need to show me your ID. Yes, sir.
Or what?
You're going to jail.
What
Doesn't
is-
matter if you commit a crime or not. You have to identify in reference to a complaint because you're violating.
You know, you need to have reasonable articulable suspicion that a crime is afoot. You
Yeah, I
didn't.
do have reasonable suspicion. I just instructed you. So,
Vagrancy?
yeah.
What ordinance is that?
City ordinance.
Even though I've explained to you that I'm engaged in constitutionally
You
protected.
don't need to explain anything to me because I literally don't care. This isn't some free will state, man. This is how it is in the state of Mississippi.
So you don't have freedom in the state of Mississippi?
If you don't like it, you can go back to Florida. Period.
Listen to the arrogance. He explicitly admits he literally doesn't care about the First Amendment right to assemble. This isn't law enforcement, it's pure gaslighting designed to make the citizen feel powerless in a free will state. By dismissing constitutional rights on camera, he is actively stripping away his own qualified immunity. But here is the twist. The guy standing next to him silently watching turns out to be a complete fraud.
I actually dropped out of the academy, so it was in August.
Had you had any law enforcement experience before your employment at the Waveland Police Department?
No.
How long were you employed at the Waveland Police Department?
I got employed at the end of April
Of 2023?
2023.
So our approximate dates of employment are April 2023 to August of 2023.
Yes, sir.
In that period of time, what was your title?
I guess I was a peace officer, I guess you could say. I wasn't certified or anything. I was just a regular officer.
Unbelievable. The backup officer threatening arrest wasn't even a certified cop. He was a trainee who later dropped out. This exposes a massive liability under color of law abuse, where a civilian in a costume is allowed to intimidate a veteran. It's like a medical student performing surgery without a license. But if you think his lack of credentials is bad, wait until you hear his absolute ignorance of the law he swore to uphold.
Did you receive any training on the laws concerning stop and identify?
I don't believe so.
What about First Amendment rights?
I think I watched a video on it.
What about on the Fourth Amendment?
I don't know what the Fourth Amendment is.
Did Joffrion ever train you on how to protect someone's rights against unreasonable circumcision?
I don't know.
This is terrifying. An officer on the streets admits he doesn't know what the Fourth Amendment is and has zero training on stop and ID laws. This is the textbook definition of a failure to train claim under Monell liability. How can you enforce the law if you don't even know the basics of the Constitution? Yet despite knowing nothing, watch how his testimony completely destroys his supervisor's case.
Yes.
All right, what would that be?
Mr. Gray, is that his name?
Yes, sir.
Legally he could have stayed. There's no reason why he should have left.
Mr. Anderson, I think that's all the questions I have.
Boom! There it is. Under oath, the trainee finally admits the truth. The citizen had every legal right to stay, and the order to leave was baseless. This breaks the blue wall of silence and proves that the supervisor's ego wrote a check the law couldn't cash. It validates everything we stand for. Know your rights, because sometimes even the police don't. By standing firm on the First Amendment to prove that badges do not grant extra rights over the Constitution, we remind you that freedom is a muscle you must exercise. So if you want to master the laws that protect your liberty, subscribe now and never face the police unprepared with ID Refusal Central.